The plant world. We are surrounded by many different types of plants that are essential for life on the earth. Plants make their own food and are called producers. They are the primary source of food for all living organisms. We depend on plants either directly or indirectly for our food. Apart from food, plants give us many useful products like wood, medicines, fibers, and other raw materials. A plant consists of several important parts, including the roots, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Each part has a specific function that helps the plant grow and survive. Let us now understand the structure of a leaf. Leaf and its structure. Most of the plants have green leaves. These leaves appear green due to the presence of a pigment called chlorophyll. A leaf is attached to the stem with the help of a stalk called the petiole. Stipules are small, leaf-like structures that are present at the base of the petiole in many flowering plants. The flattened part of a leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. The upper surface of a leaf is smooth and dark, while the lower side of the leaf is light in color and rough. The tip of the leaf is called leaf apex. A thick line that runs from the center of the leaf to its tip is called the midrib. Many side veins emerge from the midrib on both sides of the leaf. The underside of the leaf contains tiny openings called stomata. Singular, stoma. These stomata help in the exchange of gases in plants, allowing plants to take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen during photosynthesis. They also release water vapor during transpiration. Do you know? Large plants have more leaves because they need to produce a greater amount of food for their survival. Now let us understand the most important function of leaf in detail. Photosynthesis. Leaves are also known as the food factory of plants because they make their own food in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. This process of making food is called photosynthesis. Let us understand how this process works. Do you know? Photosynthesis is a Greek word where photo means light and synthesis means to put together. Formation of food. During photosynthesis, the chlorophyll present in the leaves absorb energy from the sunlight. The roots take in water and minerals from the soil and send them to the leaves. Plants take in carbon dioxide from the air through stomata. The leaves prepare food using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. The prepared food is in the form of simple sugar called glucose. Oxygen is also released as a byproduct during photosynthesis. After the food is made, it travels through the stem to reach all parts of the plant. Carbon dioxide plus water, sunlight, chlorophyll, glucose plus oxygen. Photosynthesis mostly takes place in the leaves, but it can also happen in other green parts of the plant. Now we know that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Do you know? Snake plants are natural air purifiers. Around 30,000 plant species are used in medicine. Let us check this by performing the following experiment. Lab corner. Aim to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Materials required: a beaker, water, a test tube holder, a dropper, alcohol, iodine solution, petri dish, a coleus leaf, a tripod, and a burner. Procedure. Step 1. Take a coleus leaf that has both green and non-green portions. Boil the leaf in a beaker containing water for a few minutes. Step 2. Transfer the leaf into a test tube containing alcohol. Then place the test tube in a beaker of boiling water to decolorize the leaf. Step 3. Once the leaf becomes colorless, take it out and wash it with cold water. Step 4. Place the leaf in a petri dish and add a few drops of iodine solution to it. Step 5. Observe the leaf carefully. Conclusion. Only the green patches on the leaf turns blue-black color with iodine solution. This shows that photosynthesis takes place only in the presence of chlorophyll. Lab Corner. Aim: to show that plants need sunlight for photosynthesis. Materials required: a beaker, water, a test tube holder, dropper, alcohol, iodine solution, a black paper strip, petri dish, a healthy potted plant, a tripod, and a burner. Procedure. Step 1. Take a potted plant with green leaves and keep it in a dark place for 2 to 3 days. Cover a portion of one leaf with a strip of black paper. Step 2. Then place the plant in the sunlight for a few hours. Step 3. Now, pluck the covered leaf and remove the black paper strip. Transfer the leaf into a test tube containing alcohol. Then place the test tube in a beaker of boiling water to decolorize the leaf. Step 4. Wash the leaf under running water. Place this leaf in a petri dish and add a few drops of iodine solution on it. Step 5. Now, observe the change in the color. Conclusion. The leaf turns blue-black except in the covered regions. Since this covered region did not receive light, photosynthesis did not occur there. Hence, no starch was formed in that area. This shows that plants need sunlight for photosynthesis. Food stored as starch. Plants use a part of the food to produce energy for their growth. The remaining food gets stored in the form of starch in different parts of the plant, such as leaves, roots, stems, seeds, flowers, and fruits. These parts of the plant that store starch are the edible parts of the plant. For example, roots like radish and turnip store food. Seeds, such as peas and grains, store starch for the growing baby plant. Flowers and fruits like cauliflower, broccoli, banana, and mango also store food. Leaves, such as cabbage and mint, and stems like sugarcane, celery, and lettuce, store food as well. Let us check the presence of stored food in potato and in green leaf experimentally. Lab Corner. Aim: to test the presence of starch in green leaves. Materials required: a beaker, water, a test tube holder, dropper, alcohol, iodine solution, a green leaf, a tripod, and a burner. Procedure. Step 1.
Take a green leaf
from the plant and boil it in water. Step 2. Transfer the leaf into a test tube containing alcohol. Then place the test tube in a beaker of boiling water to decolorize the leaf. Step 3. Take out this leaf from the test tube and wash it in cold water. Step 4. Add a few drops of iodine solution to it. Step 5. The leaf color changes into blue-black. Conclusion. The blue-black color of the leaf shows the presence of starch in the green leaf. Lab Corner. Aim: to test the presence of starch in a potato. Materials required: iodine solution, a knife, a dropper, and a potato. Procedure. Step 1. Wash the potato including its skin. Step 2. Peel off a small portion of the potato skin. Step 3. Add a few drops of iodine solution to the surface of the potato. Step 4. Observe the color change in the area where iodine solution is added. Conclusion. The color of the peeled portion of the potato changes to blue-black on adding iodine solution. The appearance of blue-black color shows the presence of starch in the potato. Interdependence among plants and animals. Plants and animals depend on each other for their survival. Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. During this process, plants release oxygen into the air. All animals, including human beings, need this oxygen to breathe and survive. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide, which is used by plants during photosynthesis. There is a continuous exchange of gases that takes place in nature. Plants also provide the living beings with wood, medicines, fruits, vegetables, etc. This interdependence of plants and animals create balance in nature. Do you know? Animals eat plants, producers, and are thus known as consumers. Flow of energy in living things. We know that plants trap energy from the sunlight to prepare food. They use some of this energy for their growth, and some energy is stored in the form of starch for later use. When plants are eaten by herbivorous animals, plant eaters, the energy is transferred to these animals. Further, when these animals are eaten by carnivorous animals, flesh eaters, the energy again passes to these animals, thus forming a chain. A chain that represents the flow of energy from the sun to plants and then to animals in the form of food is called a food chain. Do you know? One Mahotsav is a festival of trees. It is celebrated every year from July 1st to July 7th across India. The aim is to plant more and more trees. Some unusual plants. Some plants are different from the usual ones we see around us. These plants have special ways of getting food and living in their surroundings. Let us learn about these interesting plants and how they survive. Variegated plants. Plants like crotons, coleus have red leaves because a red pigment is present in them. Even though these plants have chlorophyll, the red pigment overlaps the green color of the chlorophyll. These plants also make their food through photosynthesis, just like other plants. Non-green plants. Some plants do not contain chlorophyll. They cannot prepare their own food. They obtain their food from dead plants and animals. For example, coral roots and Indian pipe. Insectivorous plants. Some plants grow in habitats where the soil is poor in nutrients. These plants feed on small insects for nutrition. They trap insects with the help of their specially designed leaves. For example, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, etc. Parasitic plants. Some plants depend on other plants, either partially or completely, for their nutrition. They absorb nutrients from other plants and harm the plants on which they grow. For example, cuscuta and mistletoe. Keywords: pigment, a substance that gives color to cells or tissues. Chlorophyll, the green pigment present in leaves. Petiole, the stalk that connects the leaves to the stem. Stomata, tiny openings on the leaves that help in the exchange of gases. Leaf blade, the flat, broad surface of a leaf. Veins, fine lines on a leaf that carries food and water to all parts of the plant. Photosynthesis, the process by which plants make their own food. Starch, the stored form of food in plants. Glucose, the food produced by plants during photosynthesis. Edible, something that can be eaten. Let's recall the plant world, leaf and its structure. Photosynthesis. Interdependence among plants and animals. Some unusual plants. Petiole, stipules, leaf blade or lamina, leaf apex, midrib, veins, stomata. Formation of food. Food stored as starch. Flow of energy in living things. Variegated plants, non-green plants, insectivorous plants, parasitic plants.